This is a review of the Motobecane W27HT woman's mountain bike from BikesDirect.com. So this bike is offered in 3 different sizes. I believe it's a 13-inch, a 16-inch, and a 19-inch. The bike that we purchased is a 13-inch. My girlfriend is about 5'4", and it fits her pretty well. She maybe could have gone with the 16-inch, but they were limited in stock, so this is all that they had left. This is also the pink version, which actually is more like a magenta. It has a nice metallic finish to it. It does come in other colors as well. This 13-inch frame, fully assembled, comes in at about 31.5 pounds, so not bad. Our experience ordering from BikesDirect was excellent. We were able to order it online. It shipped in a few days and took about 1 week for it to be delivered. So when you purchase a bike from BikesDirect, you obviously have to assemble it yourself or pay somebody to do it. It will ship in a box. Everything will be packaged. Assembly is quite easy. The only thing that's needed to be done is to mount the front tire, to mount the handlebar, mount your seat and your seat post, and then adjust the gearing. Now that's the one issue I had with this bike, was the front derailleur was not set up at all properly. So I had to adjust the front derailleur. I had to adjust the height and the rotation so that the cage was parallel and at the correct height of the chainrail. So this bike did not ship with any tools. So basically what you'll need is a 5mm Allen wrench to do most of the assembly. A 6mm Allen wrench is needed if you need to adjust the seat position either forward or backwards or change the angle. And then the only other thing that might be needed would be a 15mm pedal wrench. You might be able to use a regular adjustable wrench. Sometimes they're too wide to fit in between the crank arm and the pedal, so you need a dedicated 15mm pedal wrench to mount the pedals. And remember, when you mount the left side pedal, that has opposite thread, so you actually turn it counterclockwise to thread the pedal in. I'm just going to go over some of the features and components of this bike. The price that we paid was $399, including free shipping. So I'd say this bike is a cross between a hybrid and a mountain bike. So it's classified as a mountain bike, but there's a few things about this bike that make it a little easier to ride on asphalt and trails compared to a dedicated mountain bike. We'll start with some of the components and features up at the front. So it is a 24 speed, has a 90mm stem. The handlebar on this bike is fairly narrow at only 620mm. So this is another feature that makes it a little closer to a hybrid. Having a more narrow handlebar puts the rider at a slightly more upright position. It includes a headset that accepts a standard 1 1/8 inch straight head tube. Included is a SR Suntour XCM30 front suspension fork that features a preload adjustment and also a mechanical lockout. So with this mechanical lockout, what you can do is rotate this knob to the lock position to unlock it, and then clockwise to lock it, and that will actually lock the suspension so that there's no suspension on the front fork, which makes it a little easier to ride on asphalt. This bike features Shimano shifters and brake levers. It does have 27.5 inch rims and tires. The tires are 27.5 by 1.95. They're also a small knobby. So this is another feature that kind of makes it more of a hybrid versus a mountain bike. Although the tires are wider and more aggressive than a typical hybrid, they're not quite as wide or aggressive as a typical mountain bike tire. Also included is a Shimano drivetrain. It has 3 chain rings up front, 22 tooth, 32 tooth, and 42 tooth, along with a Shimano front derailleur. And in the rear, it actually uses a free hub, so it has a Shimano 8-speed cassette that ranges from 11 teeth to 32 teeth. So one nice thing about this bike is the wide range of gears it has, and actually having that 11-tooth cog on that cassette makes this a pretty quick bike. Also includes a Shimano derailleur on the back. Included are Tektro Novella mechanical disc brakes with 160mm rotors and quick disconnect wheels. The saddle is a WTB comfy seat that features a quick release seat adjustment. Overall, I say this is a nice bike for the money. We paid $399 with free shipping. It arrived in about a week. So for that kind of money, you're getting a bike with 27.5-inch tires, a front fork that can be locked out, which is a nice feature. You're getting disc brakes front and rear. You're getting Shimano drivetrain that includes a 8-speed cassette. So pretty decent components for the money. I would definitely recommend this bike.